I'm not redoing this intro again. Hey guys, what's up? 2013 Hyundai Tucson. Intermittently, the windows, radio, and the shift interlock don't work. So I've already figured out what it is, but I'll kind of go through the process real quick, and if you want to skip to the end, you know, you'll see what it was. But I had some people ask me about my process. So first things first, I tried to hook up the scan tool. You can see I'm plugged in. It should have power all the time. None of the lights are lit up. I'll leave that there. So what's the first thing I did? You know, look for the fuse. And I'm sure you guys can pause that and try to read them all. None of these say DLC. None of these say cigarette lighter. Or maybe it says cigarette lighter, but it's not the cigarette lighter fuse. So what do? Go to service info. I look here and go, okay, I'm gonna search for my DLC. And now it's all the way over here at the end of the diagram. But here we go. Data link connector from power connector, diagram 5 of 5 from trace P. So it's further up this same diagram because this is diagram 5 of 5. But what you'll notice is that the body control module, the auto light photo sensor, interior lamp relay, all that's on this, and so is whatever this instrument panel control module thing is. I'm not overly familiar with Hyundai, Kia, and what they call what, but it's got some kind of memory because it says memory power there, so it's something to do with one of the modules. So we come up and we go to instrument panel control module diagram 5 of 5 trace P. So we're here. So if we also look, that's our AC control module, instrument panel, ignition key, electronic, all this stuff. So this, whenever it's going on, this has no power. Trace it back. Still no power, no power, no power. Right, so room LP, room lamp, probably. Fuse 10 amp. And also you'll notice that it also has a, now granted this is one fuse, this is second fuse, auto 1 fuse 10 amp. So neither one of these fuses had any power, and I'll show you that here in a minute, but that way I don't have to walk back and forth. So we'll look here, keep going. That means that if these don't have power, most likely driver's or passenger seat, safety window, TPMS, smart key fuse, all those things. So it says from ER fuse and relay box diagram 1 of 5 trace F. So back to our, sorry, you guys are probably gonna get motion sickness. So back to our first trace, or first diagram. So we have trace F to instrument panel junction box, diagram 5 of 5. So this trace F goes all the way across to our, sorry, to our fifth diagram. So on our first diagram, we see that it says battery positive, fuse, or battery positive 3, fuse 60 amp. In this multi-fuse retainer. So from there, if you look, it's all on one big lead straight to the battery. So this should be hot at all times, straight from the battery. Which means that if this is hot at all times, there's no relays, no switches, no nothing, it's just a fuse. It means that trace F should be hot at all times. We can also look on the information bus diagram that says, so here's our 16-pin DLC, you've got data wires, grounds, power. Your one power from the room LP fuse, 10 amp, power connector, hot at all times. So now, oh, dropping everything. So now if we go back to the car, we look, still nothing on those three, which means the box doesn't have any power. If we go and look, I just got my little power probe cigarette lighter adapter in here, and got it hooked to battery ground. If it touches the power, it's going to light up. So if we just go into the fuse box, at least that's just a random fuse, it's going to light. So what you guys are going to want to look at, and I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get a light in there. This light does not play really well with this camera. Come on. Come on. If I could not blow it out. That's good enough. At least we can see. So this yellow little disconnect for battery drain or whatever it is, tab, kind of like what Dodge has. So this houses that audio 1 and room LP fuse. So if you go here, you see the test light doesn't light on either side of our audio 1 fuse, and it also does not light on either side of our room LP fuse, but it does still light on whatever other fuse that is, doesn't matter. So we have no power on either side of those fuses. So now if we come out here under the hood, I need my light. If we come out there underneath the hood, where'd it go? There it is. Come here. So yes, if we come back out here underneath the hood and we look, so that's no good way to do this. I need to take that out. That's a yeah. Okay. So this line of fuses right here would be that multi-fuse. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push on this, and then it's going to fix it. But as you can see right now, none of my lights are lit up. So I'm going to focus on here, and all I'm going to do is just basically take my hand and kind of wiggle and push down on this. And you could hear it click and you could see it come on. And now the car is going to stay fixed until it works itself loose again. And what I found, if you look in the box, I don't know how well the GoPro is going to do with this, especially with this ultra wide lens. If you look at the fuse box, it looks pretty clean. But the other thing I noticed too is that for some reason this, I'm gonna have to turn you guys upside down. So I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get my laser on it at the same time. So right where that green is, right there, there's a little tab. And now, if I do this right, so you guys can see this, that tab is actually not engaged. You see there's a little nipple coming off the side of that. So if I go there, you saw that other little arm come out, and then this push down, and now I'm connected. And no matter what I do, I have pulled this thing out. I've ohmed it out, made sure everything seems good. None of the wires underneath look burned. I checked with an inspection camera. But no matter what I do to this thing, I can't get it to, it's just beeping because it's connected to the scanner, but I can't get it to disconnect. Now, you know, I could mess with it back and forth before and get it to do it every single time I touch this thing. Now, I think I accidentally pushed down on it and locked it in the first time when I was checking everything, but I can't get it to do anything else after this. That's it. Now granted, this was intermittent, but every single time that I would mess with this thing, it'd go out. So now my question to you guys is, who would have been in there? Like, why would you touch that? I mean, it's a 12-year-old car. I mean, it's not impossible somebody would touch that, but it's weird. I mean, I don't know how long this problem's been going on. I don't know what happened. I guess we'll talk to the customer and see. But yeah, I don't know. That's I mean, I've gotten weird stuff in here before, but even this bolt was all the way tight on this stud that feeds all this. All these fuses were tight. Everything ohmed out okay. Everything ohmed out between the inside of this box, or well, the little terminal spade between here, and between here and where it goes in, and even wiggling with a long pick down inside here. I can't get it to do it again. So I mean, it had to just not be plugged in good. It's just crazy. And this thing was here. Now we didn't charge them the last time they were here because I couldn't get it to do it. The radio didn't work, which obviously radio's on. Driver's window goes up and down now. Now I didn't know the DLC didn't talk before because I didn't try to scan it whenever the problem was going on, because when I hopped in it, everything was fine. But yeah, all that works. The shift interlock works fine. It's just weird. I mean, I can't be the only one that gets weird stuff like that. I mean, that's why I don't like touching things that are intermittent. And when I say touching, I don't mean like I'll look at something, but you know, I don't come in here and start wiggling all these harnesses and doing all this and touching everything and unplugging it all, because this car's been fine. Like, I hopped in it, the radio was on, I rolled the window down, I drove it right in the shop, and it was fine for like I said, 3 weeks. I never even actually saw the problem happen. You know, one of the advisors saw that it was doing it, so you know, I believe it was a problem. I believe the customer. You know, obviously I believe the customer. It's here again, but you know, just it's weird. I don't know. I don't know if something happened and it blew one of these fuses, or this thing's been replaced, or I don't know why it'd be out. You know, obviously I'm just gonna tell them it just wasn't plugged in good, and we'll see. I mean, I don't see the need in replacing it. I mean, if it happens again, you know, we'll know. Obviously it's a problem in here, but I said it hasn't done it again, and I think it just wasn't plugged all the way in. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I mean, now granted, it's, you know, good. Hopefully that's all it was. I hope it's not bad. It's just, you know, you touch something and now it's fixed. And it looked like it wasn't plugged in good. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Well, hopefully this thing stays fixed. And you know, like I said, I mean, even if it does happen again, we know it's in here. I don't think it's going to happen again. And I'll put some not contact cleaner. What's this stuff called? Yeah, that D100L contact enhancer. Way too expensive. Whatever. Contact improving paste, something. Anyway, hopefully, I don't even know if that does a good job of explaining the process, but I mean, they just kind of got really lucky. The intermittent problem stayed intermittent the whole time. They wound up being pretty straightforward, you know, just following power distribution back from a fuse and kind of being careful not to disturb anything until we needed to. So yeah, I mean, now granted, they are not all that easy, and hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys for sure, because you know, I don't want anybody to get lost on this. But yeah, I mean, just as simple as, now we also got lucky that it was something as easy as, hey, I go to plug the DLC in and that's not working, and you start troubleshooting from there. They're not all, I don't want to say easy because that's not really fair, but connected or straightforward is probably a better way to put that. So yeah. Well, okay guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I've got some more stuff coming from these cameras for these cameras, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for me to video. I'm basically using a selfie stick or a chest mount that doesn't really work that well. You guys can't see anything, and every time I bend over you can't see what I'm looking at, and the head mount is uncomfortable, and I don't have anybody here to film for me. So we have other people here, but I don't have anybody that I can pay to film for me whenever I'm filming for my stuff instead of for, you know, for work. So, well, all right guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, if you like this, you know, let me know. I can do more of this. If you don't want to see all this, let me know. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, well, thanks for watching guys, and like I said, it's always important to make sure everything's plugged in good. Thanks for watching guys.